What's up, all you cool kids? This is Daisy Collins of TsunamiRose.net coming at you live from my craft room here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And today, you guys, what we are going to do is we are going to be sewing 2 and 3 strips of scrapbook paper together. Now, these scraps are from when I have cut up my scrapbook paper pads for printing, because I print on the back of scrapbook paper all the time. So I thought that this would be something that I need to do because I actually ran out of these. I've actually pretty much used them all up. Let me show you what I use these for. I always like to have these on hand already made because I use them for a lot of things. I use them for a lot of embellishments. Hey, Lori. So I have made embellishments, sewing just words onto 2 scraps of paper, like right here. So sometimes also 2. This is also an example of 2. I always have paper strips on hand. Sometimes also just 1 word on 1 strip of paper, and that looks really cute, just glued to the page. I also put little stamps in front of them with flowers, and that becomes an embellishment on its own. Here's another one of those. Oops, this way. And then here's another one. So I always like to have these little paper strips on hand. Here's another one with the 3. They make really good backgrounds for small embellishments, and it gives you a nice layered effect without having to do much work. But they look like you did a lot of work. Hi, Creative Pearls. Thank you so much. I've also gone as simple as just sewing the strips to a tag, and it makes it look again like you did a lot of work, put a lot of layers on there, but you made all these beforehand. I also use them as backgrounds for my big tags. So as you can see, I use them in many ways. I also just go ahead and grab these and put them on a page. So these are always good to have on hand. I've pretty much gone through all the ones that I have had. What I really, really like is adding scrapbook paper that has gold foil or glitter. It actually really gives a lot of pizzazz to your junk journals. So here I have some teal glitter, purple glitter, and some gold foiled scrapbook paper that I'll be putting together. I have, I'm using a couple paper pads. One has like a purple and teal and some pink kind of tones to it, and the other one is like teals and yellow. So I'm trying to mix them both together by grabbing like a piece of the one that has purple, and then I'm going to grab a piece from the other scrapbook paper that has the teal and the yellow. And you just cut them to be about the same size, and then either one, I like to put the glitter paper on one side or in the middle, either way. Let's see. I cut the glitter paper a little thick. I think I already used a thin strip. So, change of plans. We're going to use these 2 together because they look cute. And then I do like to use the skinniest piece in the middle. So I have this one with yellow. This is actually from the edge of the scrapbook paper pad. They don't have to be the same size or anything. I rarely use the whole strip. But when I do, a little too high for my sewing machine. Oh, I hope you guys are having a good day. Today's been a good day. And I'm using a purple thread for this because it just fit the theme of the paper, so that's good. I have so many brand new strips from scrapbook papers. They make the perfect part here in the middle. I've really been gravitating towards grabbing those. Perfect little pieces. And then grab. I like doing shorter strips rather than the longer strips because sometimes the strip kind of gets away from me and they end up skinnier on this end than that end. So I do tend to cut the strips to about 6 inches so that way I can sew them and they don't slip away. I can manage them. Okay, we'll do this right here. Oop. It's been getting stuck lately. I don't know why. Maybe I go too fast. Of course, it's a junk journal, so nothing has to be straight. And after I do the zigzag in the middle, I've been kind of going back on it and just doing a line, but I kind of, oh, come on now. I do a line, but I kind of move the paper so it makes like a crooked line. So the line is not entirely straight. Just give it a little bit more interest. Just add interest. Again, these don't have a purpose yet. And that is usually kind of how I do things sometimes around in my craft room is I don't really plan things out. I just kind of make them. We'll find something to do with them later. Okay, so there's that one. So I'm just sewing a line down the middle, going to the side, and like that. Make them a little interesting. You can also use different threads. Whatever type of embellishment I put on top, I normally try and use a different color thread than this, so it's not a problem. Make them all crooked. So yeah, so now these are ready for whatever else they're gonna be in, whatever other project they're gonna be in. So I just like to have big old piles of these strips on hand so that I can just start creating. Okay, so we have this other purple one. And since I'm a little low on thin strips, I do have these strips here. I think I cut out, yeah, I cut out little like envelopes out of them. Could also kind of Frankenstein these together. Like say you have little strips. And it would be kind of fun to see them change colors. This right here. And then now when I use it, I might have a part that has like 2 different colors right there, and that might be a little bit more interesting. I do tend to cut them to be rectangles, but you don't have to. Let's see. I have this purple here, this over here. I do use a much wider than normal, zigzag stitch because it has to hold on to basically all 3 papers. So you do need to use a nice wide stitch. Doesn't have to be perfect at all. So these are going to be fun to use. I can't wait. I really got to get back to decorating journals though, because I have a bunch of I have a bunch of them that need to be decorated. And I've just been putting it off, and putting it off. It's terrible. Hi, Deborah. Alright, so hi to Deborah. How is your family doing? My family is doing great. They're pretty much back to normal. That's what my mom is saying. But they're back to normal. My dad has gone back to work. He feels well enough. And I couldn't be more thankful, you guys. Oh my goodness. I was really stressed out for like a while. I'm not gonna lie. I was really stressed out. I'm not thinking about the worst, but we're good now. We are all good. Thank you for asking. This one's purple though. The thread is purple. I don't know if I like that. Hang on, let me switch this to something else. I don't like that. I'm trying to put some purple in with the teal to force it. My thread is purple. Later on, I can grab some other colored thread, but for right now, I'm gonna work with the purple thread. I don't really have teal thread, but I do have yellow thread, which could work well. Okay, so let's cut this piece to me right here. Are those beautiful strips from Paper Pad? Yeah, these are strips from Paper Pads. I don't have the covers anymore, but I got them all at Michael's, I believe. Yeah, they're all papers from Michael's. And it's their brand. It's not like a different brand. It is their brand. Here's pink. Again, these are cut at 12 inches, but I do always cut them in half. Makes them easier to handle. And then these foils, these are actually from DCWV, I believe. They have like packs of foils and glittered paper. Like a 6x6 pad. I don't know if they have bigger pads. Probably. This is from there. Add a little bit of glam to your journals. I know there's not a lot of glitter being used in journals. But I like to add a little glitter to it. Hi Sarah, how are you? I can't wait to make my own iced coffee. That's my next goal in life, is to learn how to make iced coffee for myself. I think I'm pretty sure you just let that coffee go cold, but I'm too impatient for that. So I gotta make it myself now. You stop going out to get it. That was pink. Put some teal on it. This kind of doesn't go, but it's fine too. These two don't really match, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So this strip to it. I thought, why don't you use book pages? But I put these designs on top of book pages a lot, so I figured it's already going to be on book paper. That's what I figured. Have you made any using a thin laser trim for the top strip? I have made, I think I've done that, strip and paper. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've done that sometime at some point. But that would be cute. That would be a good idea. Okay, here's another piece of teal. Now we could put something in purple. Let's see. So I did take a minute to make all these strips at some point. I sat there with a bunch of paper pads and made strips out of them. And I have found that I don't like them to be too thick. I have made some strips that were really, really wide, and they were pretty much unusable. So I pretty much try and stick to 1 inch, 1.5 inch on the strips, so that way I can use them for like little stamps. Anything bigger is like 2 inch. For this, I'm good, Sarah. Thank you for asking. My parents are good. They're back to normal, so drama has ended there with that, so that's good. The purple. They look so cute. I wish I had more teal thread. I have to buy another one of those sets from Amazon, but you don't get all the colors. That's like they're all different colors all the time. This will be a good stash. And last time I made these, I'm like, I made so many. I don't know what I'm ever gonna do with them. And then literally, it took me about a year to use them all up. So it's not like it was quick or anything, but it was a fun process. It was fun. Oh, this looks cute. So some of these strips are cardstock and some of them are paper. Just regular scrapbook paper. Again, don't want to make them too wide. Keep them to about 1.5 inches or less. Yeah, probably 1.5 inches is what you'll have to do. The colors are really pretty, right? They're very spring colors. Or summer, however you want to see it. And I just keep adding these little pieces to another stash of teeny tiny papers that I'll have to put together also at some point. Like that or something. I don't know. I put those aside because I'm doing long strips right now. Thank you, Sarah. It's a pastel paradise in this place. pastel category is pastel fantasy. That's right. That is all right. Okay, so let's do this over here. This is like a light green. So this could go with anything. Again, nothing has to be straight, so don't worry about all that jazz. So right here. Oh man, I really whistled when I said that. Come on, needle. Okay, hang on. Gotta get my needle together. Oh, come on now. What am I doing? Come on, auto threader. I know it's something I'm doing. What is happening right now? It's like slingshotting a hand. I don't know what the problem could be. The needle should be where it's supposed to be. Oh my god. Okay, good. There must have been something wrong with the thread. Hang on. Gosh. Okay. Technical difficulties there. Okay. We're good. We're back to normal. Okay, here we go. Okay. Daisies are a certain length you like the strips to be. So basically, I have a bunch of strips in front of me that are 12 by 12. Not 12 by 12. They're 12 inches long. But and I've done strips that are this size. However, they kind of get out of control, and my beginning starts to be a little bit wider than my ending. So I cut them in half. So I guess 6-inch long strips would be the longest I'd go with, because it just starts to become a little bit unmanageable after that. Just a little bit unmanageable. That's 6-inch. And then there's really no definition for the size that they need to be. It's just what makes it easier to manage when it comes to sewing them together. But I literally came to find today, because I was trying to make long strips. I was trying to make long strips in the beginning, but then I noticed, like I said, this end would be a lot closer than this end right here, and I was just like, okay. So really, 6-inch would be kind of the preferred length of them. Of course, here I did longer ones. But that's okay. They'll end up getting cut up anyways. I use them very, very tiny. I use them in very tiny amounts, so it takes me a while to use them all up. But as you can see, there's really no set length that I need them to be. If they're too long, I will just cut them down. But I guess I usually work with pieces that are 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 inches long in the end result. But it doesn't really matter how long they are. They're just easy. They're more easy to manage when sewing. Okay, got more glitter. I'm so happy to be using this glitter. I know we need to normalize glitter in junk journals. To normalize that. a lot of people want to be like, oh, like they want to be turning up their noses, like, oh, that's not a junk journal because it doesn't have junk. Like, don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on those people. Like, there's fake rings out there, but they sparkle too, baby. Like, they're still junk. Zirconium still sparkle, baby. Okay. But they're still junk. That's right. You got me wanting iced coffee, girl. It's good. Except, I'm telling you, the iced coffees from places I feel like they're like syrupy. They feel like too thick. They're too viscous. Haha, I'm getting fancy. They're just too thick. Feels like I'm drinking syrup. So when I didn't do this time, but I normally like to add almond milk to thin it out a little bit. Let's see. So many papers, so little time. Here. This paper, we got this paper, and we got this paper. It really does not even matter if the papers match or not. These two don't match. They're not from the same paper pad. This one in the middle doesn't match. But it's okay. It's okay, baby. It's okay. They look good. In the end, it's all good. I would like to make some Halloween and Christmas ones. Yes! I gotta get ready for Christmas. Oh my gosh. I have my glitter pack for Christmas, but y'all, oh my god, Michaels thinks they're slick, or I don't know how they haven't gotten sued. Okay, so Michaels has this paper pad, and the cover says it has a red glitter, but the glitter is like hot pink. So I was feeling some sort of way about it. It's really not fair. It's just not fair. Let's see. So I'm still waiting for my red glittered paper. But it does have black, gold, and silver, and like a bluish silver. So it will. There we go. Get some of that in your life. Again, I make a big old stash, and then it takes me like 1 year to use it all up. But whenever I want it, it's there. So that's why I like it. Gotta have a bunch of them. Get my chopstick on. Oh my gosh. Okay. Again, don't make them too thick, because it's just no good. So I have these pieces here that I used to make pockets out of. And I saved all the little strips because I'm psycho. And now I get to use the little skinny pieces to put in the middle here. I don't have enough scraps. I keep saving scraps like I don't have enough scraps. And I said I'm going to work through my scraps, and then I still have a lot of scraps. So right here, just to finish it off. Right there. We're a little stuck. Right. I I will go from 0 to 100 if I see a chipboard box thrown away, I swear. Don't you throw it. That's not trash. That's that reminds me of the time I had a snap at my husband because he tried to be nice and like clean off my desk. But it like made me freak out because I was like, wait a minute, did you take that little piece of chipboard off my desk? Because that's actually like what I used to make my ruffles. Because it really was. I used this little skinny piece of chipboard to make my ruffles. And he's like, oh, I think I did throw it away. And I'm like, that's not trash. I'm like, you don't know what trash is. And you know what's funny? It reminded me of those hoarder episodes where that's what the people say, like you don't trust your family to know what trash is. And in my head, I'm like, no, I don't, because what's trash to me is not trash. What's trash to you is not trash to me. People say that on hoarders all the time, like, no, I don't trust my family to know what trash is. I mean, I could have cut another little piece of chipboard, but that was like the perfect size. That was the perfect piece of chipboard. Okay, let's see. Got this piece of paper here. It's really pretty. Throw them all on the floor and make scrap paper. Scrap paper angels. You know what? That's my next episode, Sarah. Thank you. We're going to do the scrap paper challenge. That's exactly what it's going to be, Sarah. Thank you. Let's see. What am I going to put in the middle? Oh, yeah, I got scraps. That's what I got. Oh, I made tags with these, not pockets. That's right. That's right. I remember now. These were tags. Oh, and then I need one more, though. Okay, these will work. Oh, no, not the desk. That's a no-fly zone. Don't touch my desk. Oh, my gosh. I've been watching too much Hoarders lately. I love that show so much. I showed it to my mom when I was taking care of her, and she was like disgusted. She was mostly disgusted at me and how I spend my time. And how I spend my time watching Hoarders all day. And then me and her, we spent like an hour, we spent like a couple of days watching videos on how to make churros. We just kept watching different recipes and we never really made them. So we have to make churros when I can hang out with her safely again. I can hang out with her safely now, but I'm too dang precautious. Let's see. Oh. Still got this over here. This tea. What else do we got? Hoarders is mushes. I will do it with this paper right here. Cut this in half. Apparently, there's a lot of churro recipes online, and so it was tough for us to decide what recipe to try. And of course, in these days, you don't really just want to like jump and go to the store. So we're like, how can we do it with what we have at home? Plus, I would only fry things with adult supervision, and so I was glad she was going to be there. I've actually never like deep fried anything. I'll saute, but I don't fry things. I never have. I've always been afraid of grease fires. y'all, I need adult supervision for half of the things that are required in the kitchen. I can't be trusted. I'll say it all out. I'll admit it. Let's see. Let's go. No, I don't want to use that. All right, do not touch in bright colors. If the hubby wants to keep his mitts off. I will not fry anything. I refuse to make oil, hot. And anyway, yeah, I only saute. I can't. It makes me nervous just thinking about it. Well, having to fry something. Oh, no. Oh. That's like half the recipes on YouTube too, is frying things. I can't. So we did find a recipe on how to bake them. Well, actually, I wasn't afraid to try frying with my mom around, but without her, I would not. It would not even be a thought in my mind to try. Okay. None of these are really going to make any sense. I'm just using my pieces right now. But it's okay. I had to make my hubby watch an episode of Hoarders just so he stopped calling me a hoarder. Oh my God. You don't know how good you have it. Yes, and I got a big old stash. Of course, it's nothing compared to scraps I have on my desk, but it's nice to look at. Okay, so here's this one. Lori, hi, crafty kitty. Oh my gosh. Well, she did say ex-husband, so maybe it did. So it probably worked. Oh no, I always see those like couples that are married and they're married to the hoarder, and I tell my husband, like, that is not love. Like, I'm sorry. Like, at that point, like, if I'm hurting you, I'm ruining your life, like, you need to go. Like, just go. Like, it's not fair. Like, nobody should be ruining your life. Like, you don't need to be there. Okay, like, maybe I'll go crazy when I'm old, but don't let me drag you down with me. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. That is not love. Okay, here we go. Anyways, I'm not a doctor, so. My husband is the hoarder. I'm the one who throws it out. No, not really, although he did admit I'm not really like the TV people as far as he's concerned. I'm a hoarder. Well, my stuff is organized, and okay, so like I did used to be like a crafting hoarder. I'll admit it. There was a point when I transitioned from making greeting cards to when I transitioned to making junk journals. There was a point where I had to move. I was going to move into the trailer, and it was going to be a much smaller space. So I had to get rid of so many things. And it helped watching hoarders. I'll tell you that right now, because, okay, there's this thing that they say on hoarders. Like, I remember them saying, like, okay, so you haven't touched this box in 10 years, right? So you didn't even know this box was here. You have not seen the box in 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, you've not needed anything out of this box in 10 years. So then she was like, so can I throw this box away because you don't even know what's in here and you have not needed anything from this box in 10 years. What does it matter what's inside? You know? And And I had a lot of crafting stuff, and I gave it all away because I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna be a hoarder. I'm not gonna be a hoarder, and I don't have any space for this stuff, so I can't just keep it. So I had to get rid of so much stuff. But hoarders really did help. It really did save my life. I'm just kidding. Oh man, I'm just. But I remember that did click with me. I was like, oh man, I do have some boxes. I don't even know what's in there, so just give them away because I have not needed anything in here ever. And when I switched from greeting cards to junk journals, there was just some things that I just was not going to need ever again. So I just decided, okay, my whole craft room is now for junk journals, nothing else. That was hard. That was really hard. Now you sound far away. Do I sound far away? Do I, what's going on? Do I sound okay? Sound check, sound check. Too many scraps here, too many scraps. Let's see here. Again, I'm using the tiny strips that I have left over from other projects because I want the skinny strips in the middle. They don't even match. They're not going to see paper pad, but you know what? It's okay. It's all good. Okay, this is going to go right here. Oh, I just realized I didn't add any glitter to this one. That's okay. So again, it's going to seem like I'm going to have a huge stash, and I am. Because I have so many strips of paper to go through. But it's actually a pretty fun project to put together these strips. Sometimes I really care that they match, and sometimes I really don't, and they don't match at all. Maybe you don't have paper pad strips. You have other kind of strips, use those. You sound okay. I have earbuds in, and a few minutes ago you sounded like you were talking from another room. That's what I heard. Whoops. Maybe there was some traffic or something. I don't know. Sorry. Okay. Not that it really matters. Okay, so it's great. There we go. There we go. Maybe I can get my microphone closer to my face just a little bit. I have a thing, if it's house decorations, it goes in the attic. Anything else, like electronics or other thing, goes under the stairs in the basement. If it cannot be fixed or whatever. Yep. My mom, I wouldn't call her a hoarder. She just like keeps a lot of things. She just keeps a lot of things. My mom buys things that are such good quality that they don't ever really break. Like they're like good for 30. She had the same freaking mixer since I was a child. Like it just broke, and she bought it at a yard sale years and years and years ago. So she just has a lot of things. Look at me trying to explain my mom. She has a lot of things that are good quality, and so she just has a lot of things. I don't know. Anyways. So my mom I live in my mom's townhouse. And she has this place very decked out. Like the kitchen has so many cabinets. The kitchen is like wall to wall cabinets. And she had everything perfectly organized and everything here. And then the place that she moved to doesn't have as many cabinets, doesn't have as much storage, because they kind of decked this whole place out with storage. They put like drawers and stuff like that in the closets, and they really fixed up the cabinets from what they were when they moved in. And so this place has a lot of storage, and her new place did not have as much storage. So she was like running out of space to put things, and I was feeling kind of bad because I'm like floating in space here. I don't have as much things as she does. She has like 50 types of pots. I have like 2 pots. I have like 1 shallow pot and 1 big pot. She literally has like really good high quality cookware, and I just felt bad because she had no space to put them in, and I'm over here swimming in space, swimming in storage that I don't have as much stuff to put in there as she did. So a lot of my cabinets are just empty, or they have like 1 thing in them. So until they fix that place up like they did this place, she's gonna suffer a little bit. Her house just looks a little crowded. She just doesn't have as much space to put away all her stuff. I've tried to talk to her about getting rid of some stuff. She tried to have a yard sale, but yard sales don't really work these days, or I don't know, I feel like they just work out in California. Okay. But anyways, she still has the backyard here is still full of their stuff. They still have to come get all their stuff, but they don't have anywhere to put it. So, I mean, they're lucky I'm not charging them. Okay, we're going to do this last piece with this. Why not? If nothing really matches, that's all good. All good in the neighborhood. There we go. So that's that. That's cool. So the piece in the middle, I don't mind if it switches. The other pieces, it would be a little bit hard to switch papers. So this is something that you can definitely make watching TV. It's really nothing that really requires that much attention. The pieces really don't even have to match. It could be all sorts of like junky papers that you have. I just happen to have a really beautiful coordinated scrapbook paper pad, but they could be a little bit more junky if that is what you like. Again, I'm just using glitter paper because I love glitter. That's why. There we go. Let's put this here in the middle. I only have 1,100 square feet, so storage is important. I'm still trying to fine tune my storage. It's a work in progress. Yes, it's a work in progress. They had just fixed this place, their old place, up very, very well. And their new place just does not have as much storage. And so they suffer. I kind of helped my mom get rid of a lot of stuff, though. So that's good. That's good. Let's see, what else do I have here in this strip? There we go. I don't actually have that many things, so for me, it's not a big deal how much storage a place has. I don't have a lot of stuff. I just try not to buy a lot of things. I have a lot of scrapbook stuff, but as far as other kind of stuff, very minimal. I don't need to have 30 different pots. I'm sure they all have their purpose and whatnot. Do I need to have 30 types of fabric? Yes, I do. Just priorities, just priorities. Here we go. It's too narrow. Hang on. Here's this purple one. It's perfect. Okay, so that looks good. I do like to do 2 strips sometimes, but mostly I do the 3 strips. And I think I'm gonna run out of glitter paper soon. I'll have to cut some up. Cut some more up. Let's see. This one will look good. Okay. Hi, Miss Gigi. How are you? Just working with strips over here. Just making some pretty strips. Oh, yes. I love the glitter paper. I don't care what anybody says, glitter belongs on printers. I used to reserve the glitter just for Christmas. I don't know why. I feel like glitter is for Christmas. So I have been doing that for a minute. But now, I have changed my ways. I feel like glitter definitely belongs under trees. I'm going to make this one just two strips. Good. Okay, so this was a lot of fun, but I did not thin down my scraps at all. I have more scraps that I know what to do with. But this is a good activity to keep busy. Okay. It looks like a pretty rainbow, doesn't it? I love it. I love it. Okay, you guys, I'm going to call it a day. For now, I'm going to call this video done. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I hope y'all had some fun. I hope you guys grabbed a little bit of inspiration. Again, I'll make a bunch of these strips and just have them on hand. And whenever I feel like I need a little bit of a background, this is what I go for every time. So you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll be doing something else junk journal related. So again, don't forget to subscribe. I pretty much post a new video every single day. Thank y'all so much for keeping me company, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.